Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, no matter where you are in the world, thanks for tuning in to this video. Now, you can see the lovely leaves dangling down the side of my, I don't know what's called that actually. Is it a drawer unit? Is it a cube unit? You know the cube ones from IKEA, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, one of those sort of things. It's just, a bit of touch, a bit of class. Anyway, what am I talking about today? Well, today I wanted to share some thoughts on the Nikon D5600 and whether it's actually a good camera to use in 2021. Because, it's been a nice camera for me, personally. I bought it recently and I've enjoyed using it. In fact, the video for this video is being captured on the Nikon D5600 or D5600 or D5600, I don't know how you say it, D5600. But, bottom line is it's a pretty good camera for a variety of different reasons, actually. In fact, I would probably call it, like some of the other reviewers have said about the camera, it's a bit prosumer. So it's not necessarily a consumer camera, it's more of a prosumer camera. So it's got lots of pro features for the consumer, which are really great, actually, and really beneficial. It can capture raw images when you take photos, as well as having a good range of settings, including manual settings, ISO settings, shutter speed settings, and aperture settings as well. And because it's a DSLR and it's Nikon's DSLR, it's interchangeable lenses with all of the Nikon lenses. I think it's the VF mount, but I might be wrong on that, so I'll correct myself if I am. So you can swap out lenses for different things and different stuff like that as well, which is quite interesting. So, overall I've had a great experience with this camera. It's been a fantastic camera so far. But, cameras make me think nowadays. It's 2021. I mean, if you're planning to buy a camera, why are you planning to buy one? Because the iPhone is a fantastic camera. It can record video at 4K. It can do that at 60 frames per second as well. And it can even record 1080p video at 120 frames per second. In terms of photos, it's got, a good range of settings. And because of the computerization of photos, it means it can take a layered amount of photos and kind of compress them into one, right? So if you have an iPhone, why would you consider getting into photography with a DSLR? It's a very great question, but it comes down to a simple question, really. And that simple question is, are you passionate about photography? Because if you are passionate about photography, with all the different settings, all the different wheels, all those different other things that you can do with it, then a DSLR is a good choice for you, because then you can experiment and learn new things, etc., etc. If you're just interested in taking pictures that look great, then I would actually recommend, if you have an iPhone, keep it, because the iPhone is pretty good. And actually, when you compare images of a DSLR camera next to a iPhone, in fact, there was one I watched recently of an iPhone 12 versus a £3,700 photography camera, the images are pretty much indistinguishable. You can't really notice. In fact, it was one of those blind ones, so you got able to test which image is which. So half of the screen was the 12, half of the screen was the DSLR, and you had to decide which one was the 12 and which one was the DSLR. And obviously, if you're clever and you're smart, you think, oh, I definitely know this. And there were a few times I even got it wrong. And that's the thing about modern photography, is it's quite interesting when it comes to whether you should buy a camera like this or consider having something else along those sort of lines. It's been beautiful weather here recently in the UK. Managed to get sunburnt recently, which was good fun. Down at the coast. But if you're really looking for the D5600 or the D5600, then I would recommend it personally. If you're interested in DSLR photography as well as video like this, I found it to be quite useful, quite good. I've put some examples throughout this video on the screen, but please feel free to check out some more on my Unsplash page, so I'll link that in the description so you can check that out. But if you're considering this in 2021, like I said, if you've got an iPhone and you're just kind of doing basic photography, you don't want to get into it too much, keep the iPhone. If you've got a passion for photography, you want to get out there and take photos, etc., etc., the D560 or D5600 is a great camera for doing that. It's great for playing with settings and other things. When me and my partner went away recently, we went glamping. It was very good fun in the tent, etc., etc. It was great scenery, all that kind of stuff. Some of the pictures you may have seen today have come from that trip. Me and my partner, she has an iPhone 11 Pro. We looked at this together, so we were taking pictures of things, etc., etc. And one of the areas that the DSLR camera, performed better on was long distance shots. So, with the zoom of the camera lens, you can obviously get a better quality zoom picture than you can from an iPhone. But other than that, they came pretty close in 9 out of 10 times. The quality was indistinguishable to the normal person. if that makes sense. So look, thanks very much for tuning into this short video about whether the D560 or D5600 is worth it in 2021. And like I said, it really comes down to a simple answer. Are you passionate about photography? And if you are, then please do. If you're not passionate about photography and just want to take great pictures, stick with your iPhone because it does a fantastic job already. Awesome. Well, look, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll probably make some more videos soon. So subscribe, hit that bell, and we'll chat again in the future. Bye-bye.